Love that. Who's one person that you think will most look forward to seeing you in NBA 2K26's My Career Story?
Yeah, I think that the biggest person is probably one of my friends. His name is Jaden McGrew. He plays the game probably every day, literally every day. I call him Bug. But he probably, I'm not going to tell him. So, of course, it's going to be really cool just for him to see me out there. And I'll probably get a lot of FaceTime calls from a lot of the homies back home. So,
all right, last one for you. Now that NBA 2K26 is here, you have a checklist of to-dos in the game? Any My Player builds you're working on?
You know, this year, 2K25, I made a My Player build, and I made it from scratch. And I wanted to see if I could make it to where the comp is myself, and I was able to do that. So that's going to be the thing that I'll probably check off the list. Maybe I'll do a big man and see if I can make a Joel Embiid.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Indiana Pacers. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we'll be checking in with Allie LaForce from the sideline moments from now. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. In the front court, the forwards Mathurin, Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Shepard, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. And for San Antonio, in the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Mitchell in at the point. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
From the arc, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against Chicago. Halliburton outside. Driving in. Halliburton is double. From deep. The rebound by the Spurs. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
The shot's good.
Halliburton, such a special player, and his rush hour handles round out his game.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the league, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, 2 star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And they get it. Vassell grabs the board.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
A 3. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target for Mitchell.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Pacers fourth.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Porzingis kicks to Halliburton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. But he gets the call and will shoot two. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
That's good from Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton really is just a tremendous passer, Clark. He loves setting guys up.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, that's where he's at his most effective and happiest as a player, it seems. He takes great pride and joy in distributing the ball and running the show for his team. And some might even criticize him for being too selfless at times for the ability he has to score the ball himself.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Halliburton, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Launches it, and the Spurs another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
The 11-footer, and it's sent back by Mitchell. Here's Halliburton. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 18. For 3, Mitchell. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Halliburton. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Henderson's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. Harper, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Fox in for Mitchell. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mark Williams is checked in for Porzingis. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Walker's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Halliburton.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Williams against Wembanyama. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Johnson finds Henderson. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it up. Harper's shot. Good.
And the defense is in disbelief here. triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Here's Shepard. And it's good for 2.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's San Antonio just dominating this one. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling and making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
On the court for Indiana, we've got Walker. Obi Toppin out there with Williams. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Mathurin in at the shooting guard position. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Harper wide open. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama's got assist number 5 here tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Fox. Pass to Henderson. Here's the floater, and it's good on the layup. Henderson's got his first points of the night. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I also like the fact that they've been able to block quite a few shots so far. A testament to hard work and good positioning on the defensive end.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Then for the Pacers, Porzingis is checked in for Mark Williams. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Halliburton subbed in for Jarris Walker. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Sohan. Nothing on the board. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back from outside. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Fox. Over to the left wing. Here's Harper. Here's Sohan. The kick out to Harper. Launches a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. For Indiana, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
If he gets anywhere close to the rim, Mathurin is going to try to power it over and through you.
Sohan with the ball, covered by Siakam. A nice shot by Sohan. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Halliburton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with a foul.
Really good work by Halliburton to stay with the shot motion. Didn't let the defense make him back off of that one.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Yeah, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
That's good from Halliburton.
You love the seemingly endless energy that Halliburton gives his team. Always pushing himself to deliver his best effort on every play, every day.
What San Antonio's going with right now. Ingram, he's checked in for Henderson. Vassell comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Stephon Castle's checked in for Harper. And it's Mitchell in for Fox. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in the last game against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and was locked in from distance. It was impressive. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
All right, Allie. Great stuff as always. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And the Spurs with possession here. Following the score by Indiana. Carries it from three-point range.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Halliburton against Mitchell. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 14.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off the perimeter guys, too.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Inside. Mathurin, good. Mathurin's got his second basket.
Not just a jump shooter now. Benedict Mathurin can score from all 3 levels.
For 3, Mitchell. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
San Antonio ball. Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter.
22.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Porzingis can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Mathurin finds Siakam. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Back to you.
Taking that long view approach. Okay, thank you, Allie.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Henderson's checked in for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Castle. The Pacers also changing it up. Mark Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. Here's Williams. Good defense by Wembanyama. San Antonio's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Nembhard against Mitchell. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Stolen by Mitchell. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Andrew Nembhard.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 19-4 run. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Pass to Shepard. Stolen by Mitchell. And Mitchell with the clear path to the hoop. Another one goes. Incredible. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Hardaway is checked in. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Walker comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Pass to Toppin. Shoots over Henderson. And there's Toppin on the assist from Shepard.
That's exactly where Toppin wants to attack you, inside at close range.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Nembhard against Mitchell. Shot left block. And it's finished off inside by Nembhard. Nembhard's got 4 points this quarter. Mitchell looking it over. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
The Pacers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Nembhard, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Nembhard's got his third bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Good on the bucket. Wembanyama's got his first 2 points of the night.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now Shepard. Here's Toppin. Missed. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Spurs delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Luke Cornett. Henderson comes in for Bryant. And it's Mitchell in for Harper. On the court right now for the Pacers. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. Mark Williams is out there with Toppin. And it's Walker in at the 3. Here's Halliburton. And he uses the glass on the layup. Halliburton's got 19 points.
Like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that.
And the 3 ball is good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Nembhard. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the chosen one.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Good! Another from 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long. DA, what a shooting performance. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do
Season 4 of My Team is bringing the best cards yet for your next showdown. Evo Tyrese Maxey is your level 1 reward. He evolves from Amethyst to Diamond and will shine bright as your new point guard.
Add to Maxey with all defensive honors when you reach level 10 with Diamond Tabo Cephalosha.
More defense and some above-the-rim action. Your level 20 reward is Pink Diamond DeAndre Jordan. Double tap that lob pass button.
Oh, absolutely. And hey, 3-time All-Star Alert at level 30. Welcome in Bradley Beal, a Galaxy Opal with shooting range from any constellation on the court.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. At forward, Josh Hart. At forward, OG Anunoby. At guard, Mikal Bridges. At center, Karl Anthony Towns. At guard, Jalen Brunson. The head coach of the visiting team is Mike Brown. It's time to meet the starting five for your San Antonio Spurs. 6'8", at forward, number 0, Jeremy Sohan. 6'5", at forward, number 24, Devin Vassell. 6'6", at guard, number 5, Stephon Castle. 7'3", at center, number 1, Victor Wembanyama. 6'3", at guard, number 25, AJAY Mitchell. The head coach of your home team. Make some noise for your San Antonio Spurs.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. So the New York starting five. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. And it's Mitchell in at the point. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
To the paint, goes up, and Anunoby slams it in.
Anunoby uses his quickness and athleticism to make himself a force in transition.
Vassell, the pass to Mitchell. For the 3, drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
New York comes into this one following a loss to Dallas.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Brunson over Mitchell, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
No good on the free throw.
Did not take long for Brunson to force himself into the conversation of the upper echelon of NBA guards. Let's face it. I mean, he's that kind of player and leader and has produced at a high level.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Out to Bridges. Brunson. Rebounded by the Spurs. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And here's Brunson. After the three-pointer from Mitchell. Back to Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Knicks trail by 8. Back to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. To the middle. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Some changes here for the Spurs. Henderson's checked in for Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Castle. Here's Bridges. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Here's Mitchell. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Mitchell's got 20 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's McBride. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Fires away from outside. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there for Mitchell. 23 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, here's Mitchell. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Good on the three-point shot.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Shoots the 3, and again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Hart outside to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for 1 more. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game right now. So both teams changing it up here.
Shooting 1.
Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Keldon Johnson. Stephon Castle's checked in for Harper. And it's Mitchell in for Fox. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Henderson out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mitchell in at the point. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Pacers was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Okay, Allie, thanks. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. You'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
It's good. Mitchell's got 39.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Brunson against Mitchell to end the run. And it's laid in by Brunson. Brunson's got 7.
When he gets near the basket, Brunson can do some major damage.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Trains the three-pointer.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Down low. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Stolen by Mitchell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Yes, that goes in. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
Mikal Bridges lethal in the catch and shoot. You've got to run him off those kinds of looks.
Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Brunson the pass to Ananobi. Henderson against Hart. Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 30 seconds left now here in the second. For 3, Mitchell. And again.
And this game has his name written all over.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And it's Brunson missing. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? The Chosen One, an impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. Josh Hart out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at center. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Mitchell up top. Brunson covering. A three ball. And again for three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, we know Brunson is a guy who excels at playing through contact. And sometimes, actually many times, he's the guy initiating the contact.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Vassell. Harper comes in for Stephon Castle. And it's Fox in for Mitchell. And that one misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Brunson, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Brunson's got 13.
Another hoop for Brunson. Really, he's one of the most potent scorers in the league. He's on a heater tonight, folks.
And Fox gets it to go.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
To the inside. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
And good! There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. 2 points. That one goes. McBride's got his second bucket. Mitchell looking it over. And yep, another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Operating in that mid-range area that time. No real shot contest.
Over McBride. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. It's the Spurs opening up a huge gap. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And San Antonio has possession. Lou Cornett is out there with Anderson. Then it's Ingram. Then it's Bryant. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5.
Wow. What can you say?
New York shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Mitchell. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Here's McBride, and again it's a New York 3.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
For 3, Mitchell, he got it again. Sensational. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Pass to Diawara. Back to McBride. 6 on the shot clock, to the paint. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
That's good by Mitchell.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
Good! Another from 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is all. And again for 3.
He is unstoppable here. It's again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands GA by himself for 3rd place in most threes all time. Fires the 3, and another one falls. Amazing.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on 3rd place all time in scoring. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And another thing they really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away.
And another one!
And that ties in for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. For 3, Mitchell, and got it! Another basket.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the Agents. Pass to Owooma. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could
Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in the game. What a monster he's been from deep. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Craig Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate